That's right, it's time for another music night.
I can remember.
So hello and yes, welcome back to another video, guys. Now then, before I get started, of course, you know, this is my new series, Music Night. For those of you who are tuning in, I'm going to quickly explain again what this new series is about. This is the second episode. I've picked 3 albums at complete random. We're going to play them straight around the turntable here, and I'm going to give you my immediate aftermath thoughts. And these are albums which I don't play too often, which is why I picked them, because they probably won't ever get reviewed on my channel. So I kind of picked them completely at random, albums that I don't play very much, and albums which I probably won't review. And from different areas. We've got an older album here from the 80s, we've got a newer album from the 2000s, and then we actually have a soundtrack in this video. So we've got a bit of variety in this video. Yeah, that whole point of this is in the evenings. Some evenings I like to just sit down and play music, and I thought, well, hey, why not capture that on film for the channel? You know, it'd be an interesting video. I know a lot of you guys probably looking in the back of my TV right now. You see a reflection of daylight coming in. It's, you know, it's summer here in the UK. It doesn't get dark till about gone 10 o'clock. So yeah, it is actually about 6 in the evening again here. So yeah, we're gonna have to wait till winter for it actually to kind of get dark in here to suit the atmosphere of the video. But anyway, the albums we're gonna be talking about is Queen, the soundtrack to Flash Gordon. Was it just called Flash? It's got Flash Gordon on here, but I always assumed the soundtrack was called just Flash. But it's the Flash Gordon theme album there. An album which I've never... Actually, you know, that's another thing about this video. I've never played any of these 3 albums. I've heard tracks off each of these 3 albums, but never heard them in their entirety. So this is new. This one here, I'm only going to be playing the first vinyl, because that's all I'm really interested in. Peter Gabriel, Scratch My Back and I'll Scratch Yours. I'll go into a bit of detail on this one, because it's a bit of a confusing album. I'll go into a bit of detail on this album when we get there. This will be the second album I play. And then, of course, we're going to finish with the soundtrack, which is to Season 5 of Game of Thrones. So yeah, I have played my Season 1, 3 and 4 vinyl soundtrack. There's no vinyl soundtrack for Season 2 yet, if you guys were wondering where that was. But yeah, I've never played my Season 5 one, so I thought, well hey, that sounds like a good time there. And it's a beautiful pressing on music on vinyl there. So this one here, and it's on colour vinyl. So this one is going to sound amazing. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to playing this. But anyway, Game of Thrones is going to sit there for a, well, good hour probably. Peter Gabriel's going to sit there for a bit. And we're going to start with Flash Gordon here by Queen. Now then, this album here, don't know too much about it, came out in 1980. Flash Gordon, of course, popular show in the 80s. It was the Thunder Buddies, Ted's favourite programme. So yeah, I don't really know too much about this. This album came after Play the Game by Queen. I think it was their first entry into the 80s. Or no, it might not have been. I think Play the Game came out in 1980 as well. But anyway, you know, I thought... I was just randomly looking. I was looking at a few albums this morning. I was like, which one should I play? I was looking at a few Tears for Fears albums. But I thought, you know, I'm quite familiar with Tears for Fears. So I thought, let's play a Queen record. Because I'm not as familiar with some of Queen's albums. I've never played this one. So I thought this was a good choice. I love the inner sleeve there. See, like the record there, that is actually a cutout in the back. So yeah, of course, let's get it going. Quite a nice, clean copy, actually, of this one. So yeah, this is going to be fun. This is side 1. We want side 1. I don't know if much of this is instrumental, but of course the Game of Thrones one is pretty much all instrumental. I think there might be a couple of songs on there by some artists, but yeah. So, but anyway, well, you know, if it's all instrumental, that's fine. I like instrumental stuff. So anyway, we're gonna give this a listen. Let's go. Okay, so then, that was Queen's Flash, and I was quite right to go into that thinking that a lot of it would be instrumental, because it all was, apart from the opening track. What did I think of it? It was not very entertaining, I didn't think. The opening song, of course, is very catchy, very fun, actually. A lot of people tend to put that song down, you know, the Flash theme. And it started off with talking at the start, which I've never heard. I've only heard the single edition where they don't have the talking. So I was a little bit confused with that. But then, of course, the song kicked in. It was like, I do like that song, Flash. I know it's a silly, it's a very silly, kind of easy song. But, you know, it's catchy, it's enjoyable, so who cares? I really enjoyed that. I was, you know, kind of humming along in my head. That was a lot of fun. The rest of the album, though, there was a lot of talking over the top. It's almost like they couldn't separate the background music. It's like the music had already been shown in the show. And, of course, you've had these characters giving dialogue. They've been talking over the top of it. It's almost as if they couldn't separate that from the talking. So you had to listen to these people talking over the top. And for me, never seen the show, I don't have a clue what that means. So I really just wanted to hear the music. But I had to put up with these other things over the top. The music itself was pretty average, I think. For Queen, it was a bit disappointing. Because a lot of people claim Brian May to be this legend on the guitar. For me, he's not one of my favourites. I'm not going to lie. But, you know, a lot of people do consider him to be a great guitarist. He's a very good one, that's for sure. I'm not going to deny that. He's not one of my favourites, but a lot of people do think of him as one of the best guitarists. And there was a lack of guitar solos in here from a man who a lot of people claim to be one of the best guitarists. It might not fit the show. Fair enough, if it didn't fit the show, it didn't fit the show. But why pick Queen to do the music then? Because it's one of the things that Queen are quite famous for. They have these pretty catchy guitar riffs. And really, I don't know. I just struggled with this album a bit. It had a couple interesting songs on. I like Escape from the Swamp. That was quite good. And Flash to the Rescue, which were back-to-back on side 2. I found myself tapping my toes along to that. But other than that, The Hero, the last track, was interesting. But the rest of them, really, not a good start to this video, I'm afraid. I didn't enjoy this album that much. But anyway, I'm certain that the next album will be a much better time. So, let me put this one away. So yeah, immediate aftermath thoughts of this for the first play. I'll give it another play at some point. I don't like to judge an album by first listen because I think it's unfair. But yeah, I will go back into this album again at some point, hoping that I'll like it more. But from first listen, not great. Can't lie, didn't enjoy it that much. But hey, second listen, hopefully it'll be better. Okay, so then the next album up is going to be Peace Gabriel, Scratch My Back. And I'm not going to be playing and I'll Scratch Yours. So people who don't know anything about this album came out in Well, this one actually is from 2010, but I think the original recording of this was 2007 or something. Pete Gabriel covered some of his favourite songs, like Heroes by David Bowie, Street Spirit by Paul Simon, what else we got? The Book of Love by Elbow, some of the more famous tracks on here. So Pete Gabriel basically done a covers album, which is Scratch My Back. Then in 2013, I believe, all those artists whose songs he covered, like David Bowie, Elbow, Paul Simon, Brian Eno, they all got together and covered his songs, which is the And I'll Scratch Yours part. But I'm not really too interested in that, so, I mean, I might, it'd be very interesting to hear the other side, of course, but, I am gonna head over to just hear the Pete Gabriel stuff. Yeah, so it'll be, you know, I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm sure. I'm just gonna play the Pete Gabriel stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna head into this. So we get this. It's in one of these. I think this is a music on vinyl as well. Actually, 2 music on vinyls in one video. And this isn't like a super duper limited one. The Game of Thrones one is, but we'll get onto that one. So there's the cover. But anyway, I believe this one has a download code as well, which I really need to use if it does. Does it have a download code? No, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't. Fair enough. No, I'm not seeing one. Oh, no, maybe there is. I can see a little bit of paper in the back. But there's the gatefold for those of you who are interested as well. But, yeah, something doesn't want to go back properly. Yeah, Okay, I'll put that there for a minute. Leave it alone. Let's get the music playing. So here's the sleeve as well. Picture of Gabriel. So yeah, never before played this. So again, first listen here. We got Peter Gabriel, Scratch My Back. Okay, we want this side. And yeah, this is the Peter Gabriel version. Just want to make sure I got the right vinyl there, because I can tell I'd put it on and it'd be like, whoops. But anyway, here we go. Let's give it a first listen here. Okay, so then, that was interesting. I didn't enjoy it as much as I wanted to. I will say that. I love Peter Gabriel. I played for the first time ever a couple days ago, the New Blood CD. And I knew that one was with, I forget what orchestra. It might have been the London Symphony one. I can't remember. It was with a big orchestra the whole time. So I knew that was going to be slow. So I kind of went into that one actually enjoying it a lot. This here I didn't expect to be that slow. It was a very mellow feeling the whole time, and I actually enjoyed New Blood more than this one. It was a good album though, still enjoyed it. I like his cover of David Bowie's Heroes at the start, that was really good. I like track 5, Listening to the Wind, which is by someone called Joseph Arthur, who I am unaware of. I really like the Elbow track, actually. That one was really cool. We done the Book of Love. That was really good. What other ones did I like? I liked Philadelphia by Lou Reed. That was a good one. That was pretty good. So yeah, overall, very enjoyable album. Definitely preferred it to Queen, I'll say that. It was a very good album, actually. Definitely not one of Peter Gabriel's best. You know, the man is gold. He makes gold records. He's fantastic. But yeah, I did prefer New Blood over this. Yeah, it was good though. I'd still say it was better than Up. Still probably my least favourite Gabriel record. Still like that one though. Still like it. I don't want to sound negative. But yeah, it's a good album. There is a download code in here, so I'll definitely have to be putting this on my phone at some point. But yeah, I'd really recommend checking it out. It's still a fun time. A very strange listen. A very strange listen. So anyway, next one up is, of course, the soundtrack, and we're on to Game of Thrones Season 5. Now then, yeah, if you couldn't guess it, I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan. Absolutely love it. My favourite show. My favourite thing to watch. And this is a super duper cool music on vinyl press in here. It is numbered. I got quite a high number, actually. I got 1,251. I got very low numbers. I got a very low number on my Season 4 one, though. I got like 140 something, or might be even lower. So I'd done very well on that one. But this one has a really nice glossy touch to it, which is really nice. And I'll show you guys the gatefold. There it is. Really cool. So anyway, you also get an insert in here, actually. I'll just pull that out quickly. So not really much to it. Oh, look, there's Ramsey. Everyone loves Ramsey. Okay. Let's see if we can get that back in. So, is it all instrumental? So I know, like, oh god, I can't remember the name of the band. There was a band who played on the soundtrack Season 4. Oh, hang on, my record is just here. Bear with me, people. I'm just going to quickly grab it. Who was it? Oh, it doesn't tell me on here. I can't be bothered to open it up and look. Oh, come on, you sure? Oh, here we go. Sega Ross. My apologies. I should have known that. I should have. But yeah, Sega Ross performed on the soundtrack to Season 4. There was quite a heavy band who done one song on Season 3. But it doesn't look like there's anything by anyone on here. It's all instrumental music here. Yeah, that is it. All instrumental stuff here. Done by Raymond. I can't pronounce the surname. I do know this guy. I've got a few other soundtracks by him actually. I just can't pronounce his surname. But that guy there, he's quite a famous guy. I have a lot of his stuff actually. He's pretty damn cool. But yeah, it looks like it is all instrumental stuff here. Which is really cool. I forget the name of the orchestra that does it. They were on the One Show over here in the UK only last week. So they're still going. They're still very good. So apologies for not knowing that. As I say, I'm doing these videos just off the back of my hand here. So yeah, and I love the label. It's the Bolton's flag, and it's on a grey vinyl, which is really nice. So you got nice grey vinyl there. And you get the Bolton's flag, and I can't remember if it's the Bolton's flag on the centre of the other vinyl as well, but we'll have a look when I finish playing it. But anyway, on it goes. We're gonna hear that famous tune here. I won't fast forward this bit. I'll let you guys hear the start of this, and then I'll start fast forwarding it, because the theme tune to Game of Thrones is actually phenomenal. I love it. I won't play it all, because I don't want the video to be too long, but I'll let you guys have a little taste before I start fast forwarding. Fast forward now. So yeah, that was Game of Thrones Season 5 soundtrack there, and it is actually sharing the Bolton's flag, the second record as well, for those of you who are interested. But yeah, again, I would actually say that was my least favourite soundtrack from Game of Thrones. I really enjoyed it. It was fantastic. The music is phenomenal. But I feel like the other soundtracks to Game of Thrones, Season 1, 3 and 4, which have been released on vinyl, had a bit more variety to them. They had a bit more different music. But then again, as the seasons go on with Game of Thrones, it's a lot more tension is building. So I kind of get why the music is changing. You know, actually being a fan of the show and watching it, I understand why the music is like this now. Very enjoyable though. I have to say, you know, the opening track is incredible. That's like the best theme tune ever for a TV show, I think. I love it. And then I like the track Jaws of the Viper. That was pretty good. What other songs? I really like the last side, actually. You've got The Wars to Come, which is really good. Son of the Heartbeat, which was just intense. You know, you can feel it. That's when they were attacking the big arena and the dragon come down. It's like, oh god, that was fantastic. That was really good. I like the track Forgive Me as well. That was good. The High Sparrow was quite good. I remember that one from when we met the High Sparrow, and it was like, oh, cool, this guy's going to be bad news. But yeah, you know, there's some fantastic things in here. So yeah, this was a fantastic play, actually. Loved it, and I could remember all of these things from the music that they used to when the Sand Snakes got introduced to the show. You know, it was just incredible. Really good listen, actually. Believe it or not, I would actually say my favourite listen out of them three was Game of Thrones Season 5. Yep. This was actually my favourite listen of the three, the entire instrumental album. This is my favourite one to play. Also, most surprising one, yeah, I think, because, I don't know, I kind of felt very different to the other soundtracks I've got from Game of Thrones. As I say, we're getting later on in the seasons now, the show is going to end soon, so I think the tension is building, the music has to build as well, build more tension. The Gabriel one I feel slightly disappointed in, because it sounds very similar to New Blood, and New Blood's a bit better, I think, because he's singing his own songs. Yeah, it was a good listen still. Very much enjoyed it. So yeah, that one, bit of a mixed bag on that one. But as I say, hopefully I'll come back to it again in the future and enjoy it even more. Sorry Queen fans, but the Flash Gordon, the Flash is the DC show. Come on James, get with it. Flash Gordon, did not enjoy this really, did not. This was, as I say, I'll play it again at some point because I don't like to play albums once. I think that's a bit of an unfair judgment, as I say. But it probably will be a while before I pull that one back out. But anyway, thank you guys for watching so much. I hope you've enjoyed seeing my instant reactions after playing all three of them albums. Never played any of them three before, so it's the first time listening for all of them. Have to say, you know, Flash one, I wasn't too keen on. The Pete Gabriel one I thought was pretty solid, pretty average, good album. But the Game of Thrones Season 5 one, the music for Game of Thrones just always seems to be on point, just like the show. Just fantastic, high quality stuff. So really good there. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please hit the subscribe button, like the video, and leave a message. And I'll see you guys next time. See you later.